My videos are for entertainment only. All source materials in my videos are from the public domain and comply with the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing guidelines. Please note that this is the only and original Celt News channel. I do not have a backup channel in a similar style. Thank you for all keeping the comments polite, interesting and especially humorous. Much love, Celt News. If you haven't already, please take a moment to click the subscribe button below and also the bell button to receive an email alert when I post my next video. Thanks. Hi everyone. Hope you're all well and not too fed up with the escapades of Meghan. Well, here we go. I've got a few thoughts about what I've read in the news today. Ellen DeGeneres visited Meghan Markle and says that the baby looks like Harry. And she also said that the baby had more hair than she did at the time. This strikes me as a bit strange because Archie has never had any hair. It was said that he had tufts of ginger hair. Every time we've seen a picture of him, he's bald. I know it's been a while, but it's not that long. At the polo match, he was bald. And I doubt his hair would grow that much in that time. But apart from when the first picture came out and he had a hat on, the other times we've caught glimpses of him, such as at the polo match, there were photos of him, but there was also a video of him. He's bald. He had a shiny head. So, did he have a wig on when Ellen saw him? How could his hair have grown that fast for him to have more hair than she had? How did that happen? Give me your thoughts on that one. The other thing which was absolutely wonderful is Meghan's new award for being named Britain's top social climber. It was the magazine Tatler who voted Meghan Social Climber of the Year, and Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain congratulated her. So it just ties in with what Martina Navratilova said at the tennis game in New York, where she said that Serena Williams worked her way to becoming royal, so to speak, and Meghan Markle didn't. Meghan's social climbed without a great deal of work, so probably all to do with networking and connections. So Piers goes on to say, there we are, there's a little compliment that you weren't expecting this morning. Well done, Meghan. Great social climbing. The climbing littered with the carcasses of those who once knew you, littered around. Oh, that's a bit harsh, but yeah. And Twitter went into overdrive over this. People are saying at least she's worked hard for something. But the thing is, Martina Navratilova at the tennis in New York said otherwise, that Meghan hadn't worked to get where she is. It's also interesting that they're talking about the Queen being disappointed and about Balmoral. She never had an invite to go there. I don't believe that the Queen was disappointed. I think the Queen was, from what I've heard, I think they had a good time without her being there. It's also been rumoured, so I don't know if this is fact or just rumour, but it's out there, and that is that Harry might have been away for the weekend in Germany hunting, on a hunting trip. Obviously he would have flown by private jet. There's no real confirmation on this. Could Harry have been away for the weekend on a hunting trip? And if so, I know Germany's not that far from the UK, but who's looking after little Archie? Because Meghan was in New York at the time, and if Harry was in Germany, Archie would have had to have been looked after by someone else. So much being said about Meghan insulting the Queen and disappointing her. I think that Meghan is lashing out because people are finding out more and more about how she behaves behind closed doors. Look at my other videos if you haven't already about Admiralty House. That's only part of what was happening there. I'm sure the rest of it will come out as people are speaking now. I think because people are speaking out about her and the press are speaking, although they tend to blow hot and cold, they're for her 1 minute and then against her the next, and it makes you wonder who's actually putting these articles out. I believe Her Majesty is still in control. I don't think she ever lost control. I think we just need to wait and see what happens next. I don't think that Meghan has the power that some people think she has, and she seems to be lashing out in the only way she can, and that is spreading rumour after rumour about others that isn't true. So tell me what you think. Do you think that Meghan has that much influence over the royal family that she can affect the Queen in that way? Or do you believe, like I do, that the Queen is in control and always has been? We never heard about what went on during other divorces years ago when there was no internet, and we would go by the look of their faces during tours, in photos on the TV. Prince Charles and Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew. We would see, we would have to read what was in the papers the following day. There would be, and until they were actually divorced, we didn't really know for sure what was going on. Now, with the age of the internet, we have access to so much more information. People can speak about what's happened behind closed doors anonymously and put it out there. So we have all these snippets of information. The law of averages says that there has to be a small amount of truth in all this. I think it's only a matter of time before we see some changes. The royal family has dealt with worse things in the past and has survived it, so I think they'll survive this. Because the more of these things she does that makes her look bad on her own, in her own sort of maverick way, the better, because in a way she's distancing herself from the royal family because she's doing her own thing, and it's definitely not royal behaviour. So she's making herself look bad, not necessarily the royal family, because I don't believe that they're doing nothing. And I do think we'll see the result of what they are doing before too long. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and click on the bell to get email alerts for my next videos. Thanks everyone. Much love, Kelt.